Hello, and welcome to the first episode of PvP map making. And this is just a small little series that I'm doing. So we're going to be making a PvP map, and then I'm going to be going back to my original map making series. But this is just a small little project that I'm going to be doing until I get back into that. So as I said, we're going to be making a PvP map and for starters, this is what I'm generating the map as. Generate structures off, bonus just off, allow cheats on, and it's going to be a flat map, and it's going to be custom. And here's what it is. It's going to be one block of quartz on top of 3 blocks of air. And if you want that, just copy that as well. It's also in the desert biome, so that it doesn't rain and stuff. So that's good. So I'm going to use the preset. Let's create this world. Okay, here we go. It is spawned, and the first thing I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to find there's 4 chunks somewhere around here that you can spawn in, and I'm going to label those because those are going to be, or I'm going to create those because those are going to be really useful later. Okay, there we go. I set them up, and the reason I did this will become apparent to you in a minute. But if you do want to do this for your own map, I'll have a link in the description below to a really good video done by somebody else on how to find these. But right now we're going to do a bunch of game rules. /game rule, what do we have? /game rule, do fire tick, false, don't want things burning down. /game rule, do mob spawning, false, we don't want them spawning. /game rule, keep inventory, we do want true. And /game rule, mob griefing, false. Not that mobs are going to be spawning or anything, but just in case, I don't know. And then we're going to go /default game mode 2. So that's when people spawn into this world, they're going to automatically be in adventure mode, which is what we want them in. I want them in survival mode or whatever. And so now we're going to actually do something with these coordinates. So I'm going to be creating a spawn hub, I guess you could call. So let's just dig down here. This is the reason why I have this air block, is that we can build underneath here. I guess we could build above, but I'm going to build underneath. So I'm just going to set up we're going to work with hoppers. We're going to need this, this, and this, and of course blocks. So what we're going to have is a set of hoppers. And since they're in the spawn chunks, they're going to be like continuously working. So let's throw that in there. Oops. Whoops. And then a block there for the conveyor. So as you can see, this works back and forth. And so what we're going to do is I need a command block, which is /give137. I don't know why we don't have command blocks in the creative menu, but I will. So we're going to do a /test for p in the following brackets. So we're going to have to get the x and the y and the z coordinates and radius of the spawn chunks that I just highlighted. So the point of that is it's testing whether there are people within here. So when people spawn, it's testing, hey, are there people spawning? Did somebody spawn? Yes, then it'll output. If no, then it won't output. So let's get the coordinates. And that is x equals -1472, y equals 6, and then z equals -47. Oh, and we're going to do a radius of 17, yeah. 17 should be good enough. So it's testing for people at this coordinate with a radius of 17 blocks away. So it's going to go out to here, and it's going to be like a big big circle or square. I'm not sure if it's a circle or square. And then let me just put that here. Oops. There. And if that's true, we'll have this thing there because I'm in there. That's why it's activating. But if I move out of the area, you'll see it'll shut off. There we go. Shuts off. And if there are people in this area, then we want this torch to be shut off. And then we're going to have another hopper timer. Can I build this low? No, I can't. So I'm going to just have a thing of redstone just like this. So this is there. It'll activate it. Good. And that'll shut off these hoppers here. There. And then it'll be the same same sort of thing, just like this. It's going to be an item in here. It's going to be going back and forth. Because now it can go back and forth because I'm in this area. If not, it couldn't. And then that's just going to be creating a pulse for this comparator. What that's going to do is it's going to do a series of things. Let me run a series of things along here. So what it's going to be doing is throwing these comparators. Let me just quickly shut that off so it just doesn't keep blinking. Okay, what we have to do now really quickly is create a team. Let me get a button on there. The command is /scoreboard teams add, and then the team name is going to be spawn, and then it's going to be displayed as spawn team. So that should work. There we go. Added new team spawn successfully. So yeah, added that team spawn. So then this is going to /scoreboard. The first command is scoreboard teams join spawn, and then at all the people. Oops, actually no, just at P. Because it'll just keep going back and forth. It'll keep pulsing till it gets pretty much everybody. There we go. So that's X, and then Y, and then Z with a radius of 17. So it'll join the people in those coordinates. It'll join them to the team spawn. So that's good. Everything good. And then it's going to pulse to here. Then it's going to slash spawn point at P with the same things, except for we're going to do M equals 2. So that's only for people in adventure mode, because game mode 2 is adventure mode. So that'll only be for people in adventure mode. Not me, because I'm in creative, because I don't want it keeping on setting my spawn point, and it's going to be TPing me as well, and adding me to a team and all that stuff. I don't want it doing that. And then there's one too many of these. Spawn point at P, so it'll be setting if you're in mode 2, and in team equals spawn. So you also have to be on the spawn team. So that should be good. Then we have to type in the X, Y, and Z, which we'll have to get later. So I think, this as well is going to be M equals 2. So let me just copy all that. Copy. And then the last one is going to be TP at P with these requirements, and spawn, our team equals spawn. And it's going to TP to the seam X, Y, and Z that I said before. There we go. So that should be working. Let's just check. Does it yep, it'll continuously pulse. And as you can see, it's not working because I'm in creative mode. Should also test for if they're in mode equals 2 as well. And then, there we go. Shut off now. Oh, okay. Good thing I did that, because now I can see that this will do torch burnout. So what I can do is just simply do that. That works just as well. So there we go. So I can get rid of that. I activated that. Yep, that was the team. So yep, added new team spawn successfully. So all that's good. Now we're gonna have to. How do I get out of here? Oh, really quickly, I'm gonna throw down some glowstone to light it up. Because when I seal this off, the light is it's gonna go all black underneath here, which we don't want, because it can create lag because redstone's turning on and off, which is creating like lighting from the redstone, and lighting going on and off can be laggy. So that's good. There we go. That should be good enough. Glowstone will just keep it at the correct light level. There we go. And then I can just tear this stuff down. And then we're gonna create the spawn hub. Okay, so I tore down all the little pillars that were marking where the spawn places were, but then I realized I still need to know where the area is. So then I put an approximate border around that, because I'm going to be removing the rest of the blocks around here later when the map's done, so that there's less blocks to load, and it might make the map faster or something like that. And so I'm just going to come over here. We're going to make the other spawn hub right over here. And the point of moving it over here is there's going to be a centralized spawn position, not a random one. So right here is it. And let me get out the wooden axe, and I'll show you how I actually made the other one. So what I did was, let's just mark a position like this, and then I did the command / walls, and this is only for single player commands, walls air, and then that's how I created that border of air. And that was just over here, right? I didn't get turned around yet. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Did kind of get lost away from it. Yeah, so that's how I created that. I did that command. That's a really useful command to have. By the way, I'll be using that later. So basically, I'm just having like this area here. There's going to be a central spawn position like right here, and I'm just going to hit undo because I don't actually want that like that. So it's going to be like a centralized area. So there's just going to be like one spawn point. Everybody's just going to spawn there. But then there's going to be an area around with some walls, and it's going to have all these buttons on it, and they're going to be the different the different, you know, you press the button and then you get teleported to the different maps. For did I mention we're going to be doing King of the Hill? I'm making King of the Hill. So there's going to be a bunch of different King of the Hill maps, and yeah, so that's what this place is for. So I'm gonna make it about, let's see, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, so it's 9. Yeah, 9 by 9 sounds good. And 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the walls. So just weird why that didn't work. It's left click. Okay, left click set first position, right click set, or right click to set second position, left click to set first position, and then this is walls, quartz block. This is another application you can do with it. Just builds up walls around there. So now we have a 11-11 wall. So it's 11 by 11 wall, and then it's 9 by 9 on the inside. And let's just boost that up a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. Just made it a little higher. Yeah, and then as I was trying to say, we're just gonna have buttons. Let's say there, and there, for the different maps. And I'm planning on having quite a lot of maps. Probably, well, I have 9 buttons here, so probably about 9 maps. I actually have a list right here, and I've got about close to about like 12 different map ideas. Some have question marks but beside them because I'm not sure if I even want to do those. So I'll probably be expanding this later. But all I really need is this position right here. So let me write that down. Oh, I forgot to open up F3. So it's negative 1, 5, 4, 6, 4, and negative 93. So I'm going to copy this. And then we're going to go over to this place. And, whoops, why did I open it? Inventory. And then we're going to input, because I said we have to get the coordinates later. Well, these are the coordinates, so we're going to put them now. And so this, X, Y, Z, done. This, X, Y, Z, done. Whoops. And spawn X, Y, Z. There we go. And does this one need... No, that's just test for that. Yeah, so that's done now. And I can just fly out of here. So there we go. So now people will get their spawn position set to here. And it will stay here, and they'll also get teleported here. And is that everything? I think that's everything. Okay, and now the point of adding them to a team is because I'm doing slash scoreboard teams option spawn friendly fire false. So what this does is it's an option for the team spawn, which I said that's what they are. You get put on the team spawn. Friendly fire, which means can you damage your allies, so other people on the team spawn. And false, so false, you cannot. I think that's how it works. False, you cannot damage your allies. So, write that. Very nice. So yeah, so people in this hub area, they cannot go, punching each other and stuff. So, yeah, that is the point of that. Alright, so to end today's episode, because I'm not sure how long it's been going, but I think we've had a solid episode. We're going to be making the first map. So let me just get out a couple tools. So the first one's just going to be a basic King of the Hill map. So I'll just have it probably like over here. Over here is good. So that is brush, sphere, sand, not 6. Let's do 3. And then this is going to be the center of the hill. Oh, darn it. I meant to mask air. So in case you don't know about single player commands, you can make different brush tools and you bind them to actual tools. So I just made a brush that it'll change the blocks that I point at in a sphere. It'll change them to sand, and that's why it fell through there. But if you mask it, I masked it so that it can only change air blocks. So now, blam, it didn't change the quartz blocks, as you can see. So that's good. And you can mask anything. I could mask quartz, and then it'd only be able to change quartz. And you can mask multiple things as well. So it can really come in handy. Okay, so here is what it looks like so far. Just gonna throw a few more things down. And we're gonna use some more tools to make this, or fix it up, make it look proper. And the first one is brush, sphere, stone 6. And I'm gonna mask that to sand and quartz block. And the point of that is, the next tool we're going to use after this is a smooth tool. And what smooth does is it like grabs the blocks in the area and then tries to make them, just smooth it out, So it'd swap blocks around and stuff. And essentially it would potentially make sand be on the bottom. And then the sand would just like fall fall through the ground and just completely screw it up. So that's why I'm changing all the stone, because stone doesn't fall, and then we can smooth it all. Then it'll be good. Just like that. And then I can go brush smooth 6. Then it should just work just like that. Perfect. Yeah, and then I can just smooth all of this down. And see how it like smoothed up there with the quartz as soon as I got there. So yeah. So if you've ever seen any like custom maps with like really crazy epic terrain and stuff like that that you can't normally get in Minecraft, chances are they used single player commands to make that. So yeah, single player commands is really awesome. Like when you make terrain and stuff with it, like if you're like a builder, you build with you build towns and whatever. It's really cool to make like custom terrain in the background. It definitely enhances it. So I think this is a pretty good hill to go fight over. Just run up. And oh, that's a problem. Fix that later. Running up this hill, you're going to be fighting and killing the enemies, and then when you get to the top, next episode we're going to come up with a score system of a way to like who's ever on the top starts gaining points, and then first person to a certain amount of points wins. And so that's how it's King of the Hill. Yeah, I think it's going to be really fun. I think the map should be really fun to play. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up, and then we'll finish up. Okay, this is what I'm sticking with this hill. So now I'm just gonna change the material on this axe /mat to grass, and then I'm gonna mask stone and quartz block. And then this will just paint all of this grass. Yeah, that looks good. And yeah, so this is just gonna paint it all. It's this ugly brown color, but the last thing I'm gonna do is just quickly show you how to change the biome really easily using single player commands. And just a little bit more, because we're gonna have a little area. So next episode we are going to set up the point system, like the scoreboard, the point system objective and all that stuff, and that'll be fun. And also maybe make a few more maps, and just gonna smooth that a little bit there, and also set up like how people get in here, and also a like a spawning mechanism thing. So yeah, that'll be good. So now what I'm doing is just quickly making a border. For this particular map, we're having a border out of it's just gonna be like a mountainous border. So there's just gonna be like mountains in the background. So people are gonna be fighting. You're gonna be spawning around in this circle, and you're gonna be fighting for the hill. But just in the background, you're just gonna see some mountains. So that'll be pretty good. That'll be nice. Oh, getting a little lag. Weird. Yeah, so just throw this, and I'm gonna do the mountains off screen. Finish this up off screen. But I'm just doing this really quickly to set a boundary, and then we're gonna set the biome to, I'm thinking, jungle biome, because it's got that really nice grass color. So get out the wooden axe, which is the tool, and then make a selection way out here, first position, then fly over here. And I made the border so that I can also change all the mountains to the nice green color as well. And second position there, and then it's /biome, or set biome, I think, and jungle. There we go. Yay! There you can see it all turns into the nice color. So that worked really nicely. Oh man, that is nice. And I made the selection wide enough so that when I do make the mountains with grass and stuff, they are going to be jungle as well, so they'll look really nice. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much all for today's episode. Next episode, I already said what we're going to do. That's going to be very nice. So yeah, don't worry, map making series will come back. Well, technically this is map making series, but this is just a side project. But don't worry, map making series will come back. I'm gonna finish the map up. I've just been a little burnt out about it. Well, more than just a little burnt out, but don't worry, I'll get my inspiration back, and I've got some good ideas. We're gonna finish that up. But I really felt like making this PvP map, so I did. And yeah, so if you enjoyed the episode, as always, please leave a like, especially since it's the first episode of the series. And yeah, see you next episode.